He's the godfather of cinema, crafting mock epics with his frames. He's the master of visual art, constructing decadent dreams with his frames. Francis Ford Coppola, a director who infused Art Deco into the lifeblood of his films, takes us on a journey through time with his aesthetic nostalgia ideas of the Golden Age. In an alternate United States, New Rome is dominated by an elite group of patrician families. Although the Roman elite profess to live by a strict moral code, patricians decadently enjoyed forbidden pleasures, while ordinary Romans live in poverty. Patrician architect Caesar Catilina is one of New Rome's leading lights. He wins the Nobel Prize for inventing the revolutionary building material megalon. In addition, he secretly can stop time. Despite Caesar's worldly success, he has fallen into alcoholism. Years earlier, his wife disappeared, and District Attorney Franklin Cicero prosecuted him for murdering her. Although Caesar was acquitted, he remains crushed by guilt, believing his wife committed suicide because he was too focused on his work. Caesar pines for his wife, promoting his jealous mistress, TV presenter Wild Platinum, to leave.
You should really learn more about banking, dear.
Televised event. Caesar and now Mayor Cicero offer different visions for the city's future. Caesar proposes using Megalon to build a Megalopolis, a utopian urbanist community, while Cicero argues that a casino will provide immediate tax revenue. Caesar meets Cicero's well-read but purposeless daughter Julia. Earlier, she watched Caesar stop time while a building was being demolished but was still able to move. They both initially dislike each other, but Caesar impresses Julia with his vision for Megalopolis, explaining that New Rome needs a grand artistic vision to free itself from its political inertia and unlock its full potential. Later, when Caesar cannot stop time as he once could, Julia encourages him to do so for her. They discover they can stop time when together, and the two became lovers. As the vehicle slowly ventured into the secluded corners of New Rome, Coppola employed closed-up shots to convey Caesar's despondent mood, with the interplay of red and green lights accentuating the bizarre and mysterious ambience of the streets. At this moment, a fruit store, seemingly out of place with its surroundings, emerges as a symbol of hope burgeoning in the darkness. As Caesar became inebriated at the gathering, the interplay of red and green lights merged with a dreamlike montage, delving deeper into the portrayal of Caesar's anguish and frustration over his unfulfilled ambitions, which he sought to drown in alcohol. The insertion of the theatrical performances and the layering, juxtaposition, and collision of artistic shots created an emotional impact unattainable by a single frame. When Caesar began to heal through Megalon, the story took a pivotal turn, and this psychological montage not only depicted Caesar's struggles during his self-healing process, but also conveyed Coppola's idealistic and poetic vision for the film. Soviet satellite Ktage crashes to Earth, destroying much of New Rome. Caesar begins building Metalopolis in the ruins, financing the project with his family fortune. In a press conference, he makes the case for bold artistic projects that show people that better world is possible. However, the cost of building Megalopolis contrasts with poverty on the streets. Poacher becomes a populist politician, encouraging ordinary Romans to oppose Megalopolis as an expensive folly. The allure of power draws Poacher from populism to fascist demagoguery. If we are to explore the central themes of Coppola's work, we find a director deeply concerned with the state of the world and committed to steering it towards a better future. His films often grapple with the conflict between idealism and realism, a tension that reflects not just the contemplation of the future, but also a yearning to transcend the present and strive for greatness.
Together, we'll discover
Coppola's work goes beyond addressing mundane issues, delving into grand themes such as art, creativity, humanity, progress, politics, morality, and aspirations for the future. Like everything else in his films, these themes ultimately spiral towards the edge of chaos. Yet, I believe Coppola's intentions are noble. His films are imbued with sincerity, and there is no doubt that he harbors a wealth of expressive desire within. In a bid to overthrow Caesar, the mayor once concealed the body of Caesar's late wife, who had died accidentally, and falsely accused Caesar for her murder and hiding the corpse.
No, I could survive anything. Just not her.
With a pleading tone, the mayor expressed his hope that Caesar would not divulge his past misdeeds to Julia, offering to assist him in any other way, whether in personal life or professional endeavors.
Privately and publicly.
Caesar did not immediately consent, and it was only as the mayor rose to leave that he spoke. This technique of withholding before revealing adds dramatic tension to the plot. Caesar responded that there are two things in this world that one cannot look at directly, the sun and the human heart. Through this metaphor, the director subtly conveys Caesar's forgiveness of the mayor. Coppola's films present a profound dilemma of civilization, where violence and redemption are inextricably intertwined. The Godfather trilogy reveals how violence became as a necessary evil to maintain family honor, while Apocalypse now exposed the dehumanizing effects of war. Patton portrays a complex figure who both protects and worships violence. The above is a brief exploration of the film Metropolis. Although the film's rating is not exceptionally high, it's a work by one of the most influential directors in the history of cinema. There is still much that we can learn from it. In the future, we'll continue to delve into works that we had significant impact on human civilization and creativity. If you enjoyed my video, please thumbs up and click the subscribe and leave your comments. We'll see you in the next episode.